Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, mums and dads, how is it going? Welcome back to 1-0. Thank you very much for joining me for another video. And if you missed last video, go check it out. Make sure to like, subscribe, do all that fancy stuff. Get me to 350 subs by Christmas. I don't know, I want a nice Christmas present for you guys. Tell your friends, tell your mum. We'll jump in because today, yes, that's right, today I'm going to give you my top 5 Premier League signings so far of the season. So just from what we've seen so far from this season, my top 5 so far, and at the end of the year, what am I doing with my hands? At the end of the year, we'll revisit this, hopefully get some boys on for a podcast, and we'll revisit the top 5 signings so far. And in no particular order, the first player that I'm going to say is Ollie Watkins. Mate, Ollie Watkins from Aston Villa. He's come from Brentford, 25 years old, and he looks the part. He's done very well for Villa. He's given them that extra support up front, which Jack Grealish needed to play the balls into. He's done well. He's had good performances for Villa so far. They signed Wesley last year, who I think was meant to be the goal scoring machine, which clearly hasn't happened. But Ollie Watkins came in, took the role upon himself. He's done really well. I think it helps being 25. He's had an incredible journey also. I'm not sure if you're not sure, he started off in non-league football, worked his way up. At the age of 22, he wasn't even playing championship football. So he's done really well to get himself to where he is now. Interesting story, the Ollie Watkins one too. But at 25 years old, he's come to the Prem. Aston Villa will definitely stay up this season. He's done well with them. He's got Jack Grealish in behind. The connection there is looking good. Villa have had good games in moments. But Ollie Watkins, for me, I think is it going to be a long-term signing also? I think for another 4 or 5 years, if he continues to perform, hopefully Villa stay up also, and hopefully Jack Grealish stays at Aston Villa, then they could form a nice little partnership, and we'll look back on this Ollie Watkins signing. So this is exactly what Villa needed to help them gain that extra edge, to push them into a mid-table team and to help them fight relegation. In second position, I've got, again, no particular order, I've got Diogo Yota. Now, previously, at the start of the season, I said what Liverpool need to do is, in the transfer window, is sign some more depth signings. And we look at the season that they've had, and they've had almost every man and their dog get injured, which has seen the likes of Diogo Yota also get injured. But so far from what we've seen is he took the moments when Salah was gone, when Mane was maybe on the bench. He took those moments and he performed unbelievably well. He came on, almost took the Divock Origi role. Liverpool fans are a bit like their boyfriends to the girlfriends, and then they find a new girlfriend and they forget about that first girlfriend because then they're in love with the new girl because she's blonde and she's from Portugal and she's a left winger. I'm sorry. But Diogo Yota was exactly what they needed, and exactly what I was saying that Liverpool, as an outsider, is what Liverpool need to do to push themselves and keep themselves at the top of the mountain, baby girl. But unfortunately, he's injured. I think he's gone for most of the year. So, unfortunately, it didn't go out well for him. But next season, I think, who's to say he's not going to challenge, Salah, Mane for a position, even if he played in that centre forward striker role a little bit too when Firmino was gone, and it worked. That front three is very, very good. He was always good at Wolves, but he fit into that Liverpool system so well in the moments that he did play, where, to me, when I was thinking of this video, he stuck out straight away. And Diogo Yota is in my top 5 Premier League signings so far of this season. In the third position, we cannot forget this man, the man who we were all excited to see finally come to the Premier League and hope that he could get back to the point where we remember him, the World Cup, James Rodriguez. Let's not forget the kazoo battle for the Premier League in the first 4 games between Aston Villa and Everton. Everton were on fine form. I really couldn't have put an Alan or a Doucouré from Everton in this top list, but I want to put James Rodriguez in there because the approach that he came with to the club was, I've got all this on me, but don't worry, because I'm gonna kill it. The first game smashed it, second game smashed it, third game smashed it. It's been a little bit slower recently, but what this signing has done has also brought more out of Calvert-Lewin. It's also shown more in terms of Richarlison on the left. James Rodriguez has been a bit on the right, plays in the cam a little bit, but finding that relationship between him and Ancelotti, looking really good. And at Everton, I think we'll look back on this signing and this transfer window. And again, I don't think James Rodriguez is the only good signing. I almost want to put Alan in there instead. But what he's done is, so far, very good. He's established Everton as a top team for now and made them challenging and made teams challenge. Can we beat this team? Can we beat Everton? Can we go and get an easy 3 points? So far, I've got James Rodriguez in my top 5 signings of this Premier League season. Next up, we got someone who I've really liked. I've been a fan of for quite a long time at his days at Southampton. It's a little bit out of the blue, maybe. I've gone for Holberg from Tottenham. I really like Holberg. He's not a flashy player, but he's a Mourinho player, and he's a Tottenham player. He's a player who gets the job done. He's one of those players, you want him to do a job, he's got to do that job. Passes the ball well, plays his position very well, and he fits that role player. We're seeing these role players get a lot more recognition, like a Jordan Henderson. A role player like I want to say Matic, but Matic on a good day when he's just sitting back a little bit also. A Basuma for Brighton does his role very well in a team that's not as great as others. But Holberg I really like. He plays that non-defensive. He plays a defensive midfield role, but also slightly a box-to-box midfield position very nicely with him next to Sissoko or Ndombele. And Holberg is one who plays for the club. You can say he plays for the club. He puffs his chest out. He's a really good player. And that's why I want to put him there as the top 5 signings so far, because it's one that not sticks out straight away. But if you watch every Tottenham game, you watch the key moments. Holberg has got some sort of association with that passage of play and with that moment of brilliance. Now, finally, we've got my number 5. Again, no particular order, but the last one for today. Make sure to like, subscribe if you enjoyed. Give me some video ideas in the comments below. Now, Chelsea, we know, made a lot of signings. Now, they made signings of Timo Werner, big name, big money. Kai Havertz, big name, big money. They haven't lived up to the expectation. Not at all. They haven't lived up to it. I'm sorry, Chelsea fans. I'm going to go hard on you because if this was Manchester United, yeah, we'd cop it. But Werner on the left, I don't like it. Put him striker, Frankie Lampard. Put him striker, not on the left. He's not a left winger. Put him striker. He's a one-touch. I was speaking to Matty Boy, big fan of the channel, Matty Boy. I was speaking to him yesterday. He's a touch, shoot player. That's all he needs. He needs 2-3 touches max. Not a dribble, scoop, touch, bang. That's all he needs. Whereas now putting him on the left, Frankie Lampard, I don't know. So Werner doesn't get in there. Kai Havertz. I hate calling players a flop straight away. But he hasn't shown everything that we wanted so far. And when you come in with a big name and with big reputation of being a young, bright star, you got to perform straight away because fans forget about you that quickly. Instead, I've got Ben Chillwell, number 5 position. Ben Chillwell, I think, is a very good signing for Chelsea. He was always got to be good coming in, but something from memory that was fans were questioning was his attacking ability and his attacking ability to go forward, whip a ball in, and then come back and defend. So I think people knew his attacking ability, but the ability to get up and then get back, similar to a Luke Shaw. Chilwell's done that a lot, and their left back and right back options in Ben Chilwell and Reece James are a very dangerous combination. I was tempted to put Thiago Silva in there. I don't mind myself a bit of Thiago Silva, but I think Ben Chilwell is got to establish that left back name. And I'm going to go out and say that he's almost got to be remembered the same as Ashley Cole was at Chelsea. Yep, I think I'm going to say it. If he could win a Premier League, a couple Premier Leagues, get them far in a Champions League, whether Frank Lampard is the right man to take them there, I think Ben Chilwell will be a fan favourite of Chelsea fans for a very long time. So we'll wrap it up. My top 5 Premier League signings so far: Ollie Watkins, James Rodriguez, Holberg, Diego Yota, and Ben Chilwell. Let me know. I'm sure there's some that I've missed. I'm sure there's some where we've gone, Costa, what are you doing, you donut? But those are the 5 names that stood out to me. The 5 names that I've been keeping track of. The 5 names that I go, you know what? They deserve to be on the prestigious 1-0 list. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy, like, subscribe. If you're new, do all the business. Comment who you think are your top 5 signings of this season so far. And pretty sure that's it. Thank you very much for coming. Next year is a big year. 2021 nil. Deuces.